I am almost a month. Yeah, a month in. And I am generally impressed with that piece of tech sitting comfortably in the background. But the honeymoon is truly, truly over. So today I want to do something a little different. I want to be really honest. Five things I like, five things I don't like about my Xbox ROG Ally X. After all, everything has its ups and downs. Was this machine worth my money? Was it? Or did I waste it potentially? So, this isn't a launch day hype piece. I did that. I'm proud of it. You responded to it. But we need to have a more neutral perspective for you guys. What's awesome? What's solid? What's not? What's rough? What's downright freaking awful about this machine? Let's dive in. The first thing we need to touch upon, and that is, I think, is the most amazing engineering they've done with this machine, is the handheld, the grip, the feel. How does it lay in your hands? How does it hold up with longer gaming sessions? And right off the bat, this handheld feels magnificent. This is the first one of the five things I like, and it's one of the best. It's not just the buttons, it's not just the stick. The shape feels completely engineered for longer sessions. And with other handhelds, I have that issue that it feels like a pumped up tablet with buttons on the side. So for longer sessions, holding that, especially when you're having bigger hands, it's not really great. It's not really optimal. It's what they've done here. They took an Xbox controller, they cut it in half, they balanced it a bit more, and to make it feel comfortable to hold for hours. And I was in a session 1 hour, 15, 20 minutes. I had no fatigueness. I was running Gears 5. That's a pretty demanding thing for your fingers. You need to be all over the place. The ergonomics are generally one of the biggest improvements from the original Ally. And if you ever had thumb fatigueness or maybe fatigueness in your arms or in your hands, this one feels so much better. And I fully recommend this machine based on this grip and this feel. The second thing is, I would say, the ecosystem flexibility. The, you're not limited to one store or launcher. It's yes, it's a Windows, it's a PC in your hands. So that means that flexibility of that ecosystem carries over to this platform. You can run Xbox Game Pass, you can run Steam, UB Connect, Epic, emulators. It runs it natively. The LIX runs this natively. And for example, with Xbox Game Pass or with Steam, you can run it in full screen mode. So you bypass that desktop launch type of environment entirely. When I start up my Xbox, it starts up as an Xbox because you see the Xbox Game Pass or the Xbox Shop environment. Everybody knows the look and the feel of that environment if you've ever owned an Xbox, especially the latter ones. So the ecosystem flexibility is one of the biggest perks of this platform. You're not tied down to any of these things. Whatever launcher you love, the LAX runs it natively and got your back. That alone is huge. It makes this feel like a universal gaming platform. Not just a console in your hand, it's just an ecosystem friendly environment where you can run all the launches and everything you want. Now, the third one is actually one that I myself will not use a lot. Once in a while, I hooked it up to my TV in my bedroom. Everybody was downstairs watching shows, and I was just treating myself, just playing some games on the big screen. And yes, I know, for half the price, you can get either a PS5 for your big screen, or an Xbox Series X, or a Nintendo Switch 2, or one, whatever. But for this machine, it's part of that ecosystem or flexibility in usage. And docking for gaming, hook it up to a TV, hook it up to a monitor, and suddenly you've got that living room setup. It plays your AAA titles in big glory. Yes, for really focused on AAA and you're a casual gamer, this might not be the handy platform for you. But use a controller, no compromise. Just hook up an Xbox controller or any controller with Bluetooth, and you're good to go. It doesn't just work, it feels like a console experience powered from your handheld. And this is where this whole versatile feature of this platform just comes to the front. You can use it as a handheld. You can use it in dock mode to have that console-like experience. But number 4 is actually one that completes that whole loop. And that's the dock mode for PC usage. That's absolutely something. If you're on a budget and you want to game, you love gaming, you need to do some light working also on a PC, but you want a console and you want to go something on the go for flights or holidays or whatever, wherever you are, then dock mode PC usage is another feature of the flexibility of this machine. Attach a keyboard, attach a mouse, you have a full mini PC, you do your emails, you do your web browsing, you catch up on your Discord, web-based productivity tools. This isn't just a gaming handheld anymore. It's a mobile workstation. And that flexibility then carries over to people who are in search and need for that flexibility, because otherwise you need to buy all these platforms. Now you can just buy a good monitor, get that docking station, dock it, do your work from a PC perspective, undock it, go downstairs, dock it again, play games on your big screen, and if you need to catch a train, you can also take it with you. So this versatility is absolutely fantastic. It works flawlessly. The 5th, and this derives directly from the launcher platforms or the launchers you have and that runs natively on this machine, is the wide variety of games. This is the sole reason that I brought my Xbox Game Pass alive again. Just for the PC Game Pass, not for consoles, but you can jump from Hades to Little Nightmares, Gears of War, Echoes of the Living from Steam, Killer Instinct, do a couple of AAA RPGs. You've got classic and indie games. For me, I'm plowing through all these indie games right now, and I'm just enjoying Limbo. I'm enjoying Little Nightmares. It's great. You know, this device isn't pigeonholed. It handles indie, AAA, emulation, strategy, RPGs, fighters. This is again showing the versatility of what this handheld gaming platform is and how it feels. So that is in, what is it, in a little bit under 9 minutes, we've just discussed the good stuff. It's the good stuff. It brought tears to my eyes. Now, let's talk about the other side, the dark side. Not everything in life is perfect, dear friends of the show, because the Ally X is a powerhouse, but also a machine with compromises and with things that will annoy the crap out of you right off the box. So the second part, I'm devoting my time to the 5 things I really don't like. With number 1, Windows 11. Really, it's not optimal for handheld, especially when you have bigger fingers or you don't have your mouse anywhere near and you need to do something. The Windows user interface, start menu in hard handheld orientation, it's just Windows 11. Don't get me wrong. Windows gives freedom opposed to an Apple device, for example. It's true, but it's not handheld optimized. Menus feel like desktop windows in a phone world. Right? The amount of times that I misclicked on things, I constantly pull up random UI elements that are too small, require a mouse. It feels like Windows is there because it needs to be or must be, not because it belongs there. Yes, you can tweak it. And to an extent, you're able to bypass a lot of things if you just put Xbox in full screen mode. So, but it's just once in a while you need to do something or update your AMD drivers or whatever. It's just, yeah. I think it's probably the number one complaint that people have, and I genuinely see why. I had no experience with Windows 11 on a handheld device. This is my first one. And it's not great. It will give you some angry moments once in a while. The second thing is actually a bit weird because the turbo mode it didn't give me that expected huge extra. It's advertised as your performance booster, right? And yeah, to an extent it does help, but it's not as much as I really expected. The difference between balanced and turbo can be modest even in many games. And then I will always go for that balanced, which saves your battery more. And sometimes you really want to go that extra mile. And I was hoping for a night and day performance. Instead, it's more like day and slightly brighter day. That's it. It's not bad. It's just not as dramatic as the hype suggests or the commercials would suggest or the advertisements would suggest. yes, it will give you frames extra, and yes, but in terms of resolution, there is no difference. As you got a 1080p, you can also do it in balance modus. But a turbo, you really want to go that extra mile, and you want to hear that machine really giving you that. But it's not. It's not the biggest issue. It's more a letdown. It's more a meh. So yeah, I think of course Windows 11 on the device is really a pain in the ass. But this is just a rough on the edges, I would say. The third one is actually when this was announced and they told me that, or it was pretty clear that the display wouldn't change. That was a letdown, especially for the price point. It's the same. It's the same resolution, same size, same overall feel. It's fine. The screen is okay. It's 120 hertz, 1080p. But yeah, it's for a new flagship. I was expecting more, a brighter panel, OLED, something that really really pops. Instead, we're left with more of the same, and it's not bad. It's absolutely not, but it was actually okay. Okay, why not? Why not? Was there in the boardroom somebody said, yeah, otherwise it's going to be too expensive? It's already really expensive, mate. So I would have done it. I would have chosen for this flagship, new entry, more integrated Xbox. It got more. Yeah. Okay. It was a disappointment, to say the least. Yeah. Number 4, this is actually the biggest pain that people will go through. It's the Windows updates, more updates. And when you think you're done, you need more updates. Either your AMD or your Xbox app or Steam needs an update, or your overall operating systems, your drivers, your applications. You're constantly busy with updates. The driver updates, launcher update. Sometimes I even had it while gaming. I got a prompt for updating, and Jesus Christ. So the one of the things, this is a pro tip I'm giving to you guys. Go to your applications that are natively on that thing and start deleting the crap out of it. You know, I removed Copilot, I removed the clock. No, not the not the clock, but all those things that require updates once in a while that you specifically don't need on that handheld. Just remove them. Remove them, please, because it will save you also in that perspective some time for updates and just recommended or maybe mandatory updates. I sometimes in the middle of something important, I will receive it. I know it's part of the Windows ecosystem, but sometimes it felt a bit like a battle, especially when you're setting this device up. You're going through a lengthy process. It took me a couple of hours before I could start playing, and now still once in a while I have these updates I need to do, and always on that moment that I'm alone, I can sit down, I'm going to do a couple of games, please do these updates. I yeah, you know that I'm born in 1979. I miss the days you just plug something in and you play. That's the, I know this life is, yeah, turn on, let it update, and then play. I'm that kid that grew up with just putting a cartridge in there and good to go, even in my Game Boy, right? So I know it's a more complex time. You can't compare these things, but yeah, the updates. Good luck with that. Number 5, and this is something I have, and will always have: crashes and glitches. Yeah, of course I wanted to capture as much as possible of these things. I've got one picture of this one. This something that popped up regularly. I found what it was eventually, and I killed it and I fixed it. But it's a PC. It's not a lockdown console. You need to expect the unexpected. You will have, as a Windows machine, the crashes, the stutters, the random quirks. Sometimes games load incorrectly or half. Sometimes input bugs happen. Sometimes it just, why? Hiccups. It's not every day. It's not constant, but it happens. It really. And if you're used to console polish, this can feel frustrating at times. It's the price you pay for openness and for the platform and ecosystem flexibility, I guess. But it's worth noting. And these are, yeah, this can be frustrating at times. Even mid gaming sessions didn't save. It just just kills the game, and then some things popped up, and yeah, bye. Yeah, welcome to Windows, I guess. And to finish this part off, I think the ecosystem flexibility is really a good thing, but that's the biggest price you pay in what I don't like, and that's Windows platforms. So these are my 5 honest things I like and 5 things I don't like about my ROG Xbox Ally X. It's powerful, it's flexible, it's one of my favorite handheld PCs. The question, did I waste my money? Absolutely not. It's worth every freaking penny. I'm using it a lot, I'm playing a lot on it, and I'm discovering things in my Game Pass that I wouldn't play normally on a big screen. It's not perfect. That's the honest truth. Nothing is perfect. So let me know in the comments, what do you like, what do you dislike? If do you own it? You're not owning it? Is something stopping you from buying a device like this? Something that I list or don't? Or give me your top 5 of things you like and don't like. If you want more LX content, reviews, comparisons, top games, or whatever, hit that like button, subscribe, put on the notifications, and then I will see you next time. See you on the battlefield. Moment 6 out.